Hi there, beautiful soul. Welcome back into my room. My name is Grada Robertson, and you find yourself today with me at the Purple House Wellness Center. Today, I want to unpack the surprising link between being disconnected spirituality or energetically and your stomach, right? Because every week I like to explain a little bit about things that I've seen with my clients, things that have occurred in my life. And this week I have been dealing with people's stomach issues, right? And maybe you are a little bit the same. Maybe you experience tightness in your tummy, bloating, or even burping or discomfort. And I want to address it in two ways. I want to give you some hints how you can work with that from the ground up, so physically. And then I want to point out the link that there is a spiritual link that causes this stress in your life as well. Because it's no fun when your tummy is upset, you feel upset. It's very, very hard to feel positive and happy and attract good things into your life when your stomach isn't working properly. All right, so as an investigative healer, I have invested a lot of time and energy looking at all the different causes like that lead to issues that I am presented with in my work. And I've worked as a healer now since the year 2000. So that's a long, long time, and I've seen many things. And I have a talent or a skill for connecting the dots, right? I like to connect the dots because when I can uncover the dots and which will lead me down a pathway of true healing for my client, and then I can do really deep energy healing and clearing, and my client's life is transformed. I've also written books, so sometimes people come to me because they've read my books and they resonate with my story, and they go, okay, well, Grada can help me because she can relate to that. She went through the same thing. And sometimes people just come to me because they've had a hunch or something inside them told them, go and see Grada at the Purple House. So that happens as well. Regardless of what drives you to my place, I always work the same way. I take everything in, and then I do the majority of the time, but always actually, I do energy clearing because it gives me the fastest results. So literally, there is a link between you not being connected to your spiritual self, right? You are a spiritual self in a human body. And we get so busy with our life in the material world and looking after everyone and paying the bills and all the rest, that disconnect happens easily. Actually, it already happens from birth because of all the programming that gets put into us. And so this causes us to overthink. So we start to rely on our monkey mind, our analytical mind too much. We start to overthink and worry. And this particular energy releases chemicals in the bloodstream that affect our stomach. So when our stomach is ill, it's always to do because our stomach literally can't stomach something about our lifestyle, something about our thinking a lot of the time, maybe the things we say, also the food we eat. But our stomach is basically meant to be indestructible because it creates hydrochloric acid, and hydrochloric acid kills everything. It kills all the bugs and all the bacteria and all the parasites. But when you worry and you're disconnected from your true essence, like I just said before, the body starts to release different chemicals, and this is followed by worry and overthinking, and that is then followed by things like burping, bloating, lack of energy, and you're starving your body from the inside out because you're not making a healthy fire in your stomach. So the problem needs to be addressed, like spiritually speaking or energetically speaking, that's the same thing, as well as for a while, you need to take supplements to boost your stomach acid. 99% of the time, when you experience stomach problems, you're not creating enough stomach acid. That's a fact. If you've been told otherwise, you've been told a lie. And so for a while, you need to boost your stomach acid with a product like Proton Plus or beta-NaCl. at the moment beta-NHL is a little bit hard to get, the one that we used to buy in for our clients and ourselves. And so we have Proton Plus, which is actually almost a kind of product because it's got beta-NHL and some other ingredients to help your stomach kick into gear. Also, you need to supplement with healthy salt because it's always a lack of minerals as well. So as you can tell, I'm just going down the physical pathway for a minute to explain, to clear the way for you that you might be confused about heartburn and aches and pains in your tummy. Most people have been told that your burn comes from too much stomach acid, you're too acidic. That's not the case. It means your stomach is too alkaline, and so the job's not being done. And then what happens, it goes into your small intestine eventually, and your small intestine has the job of picking out what's good for you and discarding the rubbish, right? But then your small intestine also can't work properly because it hasn't been prepared upstream, right? It has to just do way too much sorting. And so often the small intestine now loses the plot and you don't get the nutrients. So it's true that 95% of humans in the Western world, 95% are chronically nutrient deficient, because when your food is in your small intestine, it's actually still outside of your body because it hasn't gone into your cells yet, right? It hasn't been transformed into nutrients or let go into the bloodstream as building blocks for your body. It's still just sitting there. So we talk sometimes about liver cleanses and colon cleanses. I do that myself too, but actually all that is secondary till your stomach becomes healthy again. So your stomach is like the upper portion of your digestive system. The food drops in that. And so your stomach actually needs a lot of peace and quiet. It needs calm. It needs solitude. It needs to find itself again. And it means you need to find yourself again, aside from doing all the physical work as well. So there is a spiritual connection. Clients sometimes come to me because they're looking for meaning in their life and they're blocked. They want to know how to develop themselves more in a spiritual being that they are, and they want to be connected to their true essence because they don't just want to be hooked up in the hamster wheel of life and they feel like there's something better for them out there and they don't know how to get there. So I help them dissolve all the blocks so that they can step into a greater life. And usually already after one session, trust me, you're on track. So if you're listening to me and this resonates with you, I really want you to hop off the fence, pick up the phone, book yourself in for a session with me, and the results will be immediate, I promise you, because I've been doing this work for a long time, and I can see where your energy is blocked. So that's what I wanted to tell you as well. We have our physical body that everyone sees and you can hear me talk and all the rest. And then we have our spiritual body, which you can call your energetic body, right? And that is where our life force flows through that, our true essence flows through that. And that life force dictates or determines the results we have in our life. So if we have things in our life force or in our spiritual body that are old blocks from our ancestors, often comes through. If any of your ancestors went to war, you often have a block on comfort or on prosperity. I've seen it all, right? So all this stuff can be cleared, and because I can see into your energetic field, so to speak, and move it out. And you can learn to do the same thing because a child can do it. You just need to be shown what to do. And then you can, leverage your own energetic essence, your spiritual body, to create a wonderful life for yourself. So the inner work always comes first. Energy work always comes first before anything else in your life. That's really what I want to stress. And that's what I specialize in, as well as many other things. But so your energy is like the sum total of like your soul DNA as well as your ancestral DNA all mixed up. So you're literally a walking history book, and then your own life experience on top. That's information that gets added to the mix. And this mixture can become very sticky and difficult, and that can keep you into a stuck place, and you can work really, really hard, but maybe your finances don't improve, or your relationship always end up following a negative pattern, or all this stuff happens because you've got energy blocks that can be removed very, very easily. So if you think in the past, when we had like spiritual gurus around the world, like spiritual or whatever, enlightened beings, right? Not so long ago even, but our world is changing, and I'm talking about that you can be that enlightened spiritual being yourself. But back in the past, the story goes that they all had one thing in common, and what they had in common was that all the spiritual masters and teachers, they felt they had a good life, and they did lead a good life. Like, they had fewer challenges. If they had challenges, they would overcome them easier, or they would miraculously overcome those challenges. And also they would repel bad situations in people, and they would attract good things, and their lives would be filled with happy coincidences, and good luck would follow them everywhere, right? And so we can all be like that, but we can only be like that if we learn and get in touch with our spirituality or our energetic body. And I actually believe that maybe not too far away in the future, we will even be able to see our own energetic body with maybe an iPhone, because there is Kirlian photography that's been around probably for 50 years already, that comes from Russia, and that technology has been able to take photos of your aura and the aura of a leaf or a plant or an animal. So that knowledge has been around for years now, and it's just we haven't been told about it, in case you don't believe that you have an aura. So they can show a picture of a tree leaf, and they see the aura, and then they cut it in half, or they chop it off, and that little bit still has an aura for a few hours. They can see that on the photo, and then it disappears. And so this is what I'm talking about. Your aura, or your energetic body, or your master system, I call it, contains all the information for you to have a good life, the best life. And you came here this time around to have a greater life than you've ever had before. So I am here to support you, and then I want you to know that there are links between like you feeling disconnected, or maybe not stepping in your spiritual self, or not connecting to it as much. Your intuition, you can call it as well. Your inner tutor. Intuition is for inner tutor. And you need a helping hand. Please book in for a session with me. It'll be your absolute best investment that you ever make. If you have like a lot of stuckness around your purpose in life, and you need more than one session, I also have a program that gives you really big rapid results as well. And that is an 8-week program. You will find that on my website, called 8-Week Rapid Results Model. Most of my clients end up coming regularly anyway, because they want to keep stepping up and be open to better and more opportunities. And of course it pays off, because the money flow opens as well. So that's the good news. And usually when I share something about my work once a week during these chats with me, chats with Grada, I also like to give you a little bit of a tool, just so that you calm down a little bit and feel more relaxed on the inside, right? Because when you're relaxed and rested properly, which will probably almost never happen in today's world, but anyway, you can give it a go. When you drop back into your natural restful state, your stomach houses the energy of peace and contentment and satisfaction, right? Because you feel satisfied. That makes sense, doesn't it? So when was the last time that you felt really, really contented within yourself? Like for no reason. You just felt that wonderful sense of contentment. And that's something that can be achieved, of course, with energy healing and energy clearing, right? So if you're still with me listening now, I'm just going to invite you to do a little energy practice with me to clear some tension from your stomach. And that will already change your chemistry straight away, and so that your body starts to release beneficial chemicals to help you to relax. If you're driving, don't listen, turn it off. But if you are sitting in the room somewhere, you can just follow me for the next few minutes. So I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes. When your eyes are closed, you're bringing forward your subconscious mind, right, which is the car. And then you yourself are the driver in the car. So just close your eyes. Take a deep cleansing breath in and out. And then I want you to think of like just a tiny problem, something that you overthink a lot about, something that's foremost in your mind right now. That is like you can't let it go, it's niggling. Just think of that little problem or stress that's causing you overwhelm. And I want you to notice what's happening inside your stomach, right? So your stomach, of course, is like just below your rib cage, just below your heart. And just put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart. So your heart has like 40 million brain cells that contain the highest intelligence. And it will calm your worry mind or your overthinking mind. And so now drop back into your stomach center and imagine a beautiful color yellow. Like yellow paint, the yellow sun coming up, yellow cornflower. Just bring to mind the color yellow. The color yellow is helpful for your stomach. And now I want you with each breath, create a little bit more spaciousness inside your body. Just relaxing and opening, unwinding, dissolving stresses. And now I want you to drop that problem that's in your brain into your heart center and then into your stomach. Maybe it's in your stomach already. Now I'm sure it's not taking up your whole stomach, it's just taking up part of your stomach. So I want you to imagine more and more yellow coming in and around that energy block that's in your stomach and creating good, clean, new, sparkly yellow space all around it. Just softly and gently using your breath to direct that energy. The energy of yellow is the energy of like easy learning, playfulness, healthy digestion, wisdom even. Allow the yellow to solve the problem. And you can say to yourself, I have this problem, I can't see the solution just yet, but I know there is a solution. And then you just say to your intuition, show it to me today or tomorrow, even though I can't see it yet. Can you please show me the solution? And just breathe into your stomach again with yellow, letting the yellow expand softly, like it has to feel soft and gentle. Maybe it can even go through the problem and permeate it and dissolve it, or it can just create beautiful, fresh, sparkly spaciousness all around it, so that it's not touching the walls of your stomach and allowing your stomach to behave in a healthy way so it can pick up its job. So just breathe in the feeling of like a little bit more confidence, a little bit more hopefulness, feeling hopeful, feeling a little bit more positive, optimistic, just following your breath. And then it could be helpful to just anchor all this in so that it keeps working. So drop it through your knees, down your feet, into the center of Mother Earth, and just leave it all there. And just wait for the solution to be shown to your intuition, your inner tutor, so your inner tutor can show you the little self, the monkey mind, at the right time, maybe tomorrow morning. Where do the resources come from? Where's the help coming from? Where's the support coming from? How can I support myself? How can I introduce more self-time? How can I keep my energies clean? And so on. All right. So just come back behind your eyes and then you can come back into the room. So this is just a tiny, tiny little procedure that you can do to release tension in your stomach and allow beneficial chemicals to go into your nervous system to help your stomach to kick into gear again. And if you work with your own energy every day, which is your invisible energy that dictates everything in your life, and that can bring you happiness and can bring you the right partner and bring in more money, more health, rejuvenates your body. You have to work with it every day. You have to clear it and cleanse it every day in the same way that you have a shower every day, right? You wouldn't dream of not having a shower regularly and washing your clothes, because that would get very, very unpleasant. But we haven't been shown, or we haven't been taught how to cleanse our own aura, and that, in my opinion, is the most important thing in life. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that this inspires you to just take a different approach to life, slow down more, so that life can support you in better ways, so you can receive more. You don't always have to be doing, you can be receiving as well. And then you can have a really, really wonderful life that's more meaningful and keeps you inspired, with less pain, more happiness and more joy. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and have a really wonderful week this week. Bye for now.